Chats, folks, for your daily live updates. Get the most out of today's episode by participating in the chat. Make sure you ask some questions, be part of the conversation, have a bit of fun, grab a coffee or a tea, take some notes, and get ready to start your day, folks. Quick few housekeeping rules, though. No spamming, no advertising or self-promotion in the chat. That's not on. Be kind and respectful to everyone when participating. And most of all, have a good time. Real estate investing can be your biggest asset. It also can be your most expensive asset when it comes to getting it right or getting it wrong, folks. It can be time-consuming, stressful, and that's why here at Positive, we have what's called a 6-star team, a full-service team that provides integrated wealth and property investing solutions and services simply designed to help you progress towards your goal of passive income through your property portfolio, folks. Make sure you check out our other podcasts on the Positive Mentor Network. Not only is there Wealth Coffee Chats, there's the Urban Property Investor. Drops every Wednesday with straight talking investing strategies and lessons with Sam Saggers. Property Investor Tales. This is where our clients, you guys, share real life stories from property investing, hosted by some of our advisors and strategists. And that's done every fortnight, dropping every Monday. Wealth, Wine and Wisdom, folks, that debriefs the week that was in the world of finance and property, hosted by yours truly, Jason Witten and Andy Fenton on Fridays. Welcome to another Wealth Coffee Chat. Marvellous Monday. Hope you're well, folks, wherever you are. If you think it's Get Rich Quick, you're in the wrong place. This is the wrong podcast. This is the wrong live for you. Welcome to another Wealth Coffee Chat. Hope you're all awesome and well. Oh, hello. Good morning. All right, need to turn that one off. Hey, good morning, folks. Good to see you. I'll see you in a second. Here we go. Hey, good morning, everyone. Jason here. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us this morning. Wealth Coffee Chats. Good to see a few of the early birds up and at it. A few of the regulars in the house, which is awesome. Morning, Alex. Hey, good morning, Jeff. Hey, Brian, good morning. Great to have you here, Brian. Thanks for the shout out. Hey, there's Chris as well. Hey, good morning. Hey, listen, spread the word, folks. Something's happened with the world of Facebook and the Facebook private groups. We can now only go live in YouTube and on the Facebook page, which is a bit annoying, but we're going to let everyone know. But if you haven't already, if you're on this morning, you already know. But if you run into some of the crew in the program, let them know if you're chatting or whatever. Yeah, we're still going live, but just Facebook's restricting us for some weird reason. There you go. Anyway, great to have you all here this morning, folks. Fantastic. Thanks for joining. As always, we do the little warm-ups and intros while we're getting going. Hey, Bunty, good to see you. Thanks for joining. Justin's here as well. Hey, Justin. Great to have you on this morning, mate. Fantastic. And welcome along. Hey, what's this all about? If you didn't already know it, most of you know this, but Jason Witten's my name. Most of you know that. However, what do? Each morning we have a bit of a coffee and a chat talking about the world of property investing. And these days, the 6-star team are getting involved as well, which is awesome. We've got Cass from Property Management on Wednesdays, telling you all things about property management, because it's certainly a minefield there if you don't know what you're doing. And also the world of finance with Brad on Fridays. So you've got me on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. So there you go. Hey, today I thought we might talk about a little bit of something going on out there in the world, which many of you may already know. And listen, this is an interesting one. I've been talking about this probably for 2 or 3 years, folks. Most of you know that, I've been doing the Wealth Coffee Chats live, since COVID, basically. Kicked them off in COVID and kept them going. And I've been talking about the supply issue, this supply issue that we have right now, and it's getting worse. It's getting worse, folks. in our marketplace. And, supposedly now 12 property analysts agree it's a disaster. Well, if you would have asked me 3 years ago, folks, I saw this coming. The challenge was and has been for a long time, the Australian property market has not been producing enough real estate to supply the marketplace. And unfortunately, it's been going on for a long time and actually started a while ago. And a few of you know I've talked about this a number of times, but when did this supply chain issue start, folks? Put it in the chat if you guys know when it started or the major issue with the supply chain starting a little while ago. It happened before COVID. Morning, Brad. Tell me, do you guys know when the supply chain issue happened or started happening? COVID and our population boom has only made it worse. Does anyone know? Well, if you go back to about 2014, so you got 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19, right? Yeah. So we got the 17 was APRA, okay? That certainly made it worse, folks. But back here, this is where the FIRB foreign investor levy was levied in Australia. Now, there was a lot of overseas purchases, and I'm not talking about the political ramifications of this. This is just what happened. The Australian residential off-the-plan investing market, so, the regular Aussies buying properties off the plan, is certainly not something that most owner-occupiers do. The residential real estate market in Australia needs investors to purchase properties off the plan, to buy house and land packages, to build new things. The majority of people who do that often are investors. Investors bring product and properties to the market. That has been something that has been going on for a long time. Owner-occupiers aren't as active in that off-the-plan world. And so, the foreign investor after the GFC, 12, 13, 14, there was a lot of investors from overseas, different nationalities investing in Australia. And that brought on a lot of property, especially in Melbourne and Sydney, in places like Brisbane eventually too. And that was actually a good thing for the property market. We actually had a property supply that was, appropriate for the level of new supply needed for the marketplace. Okay, so it came on. And there was a lot of articles carrying on about, this, that, and the other. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying, Jeff. The government are a bunch of idiots, right? Now, who's going to build these things? And I'll show you an article in a minute. So there's some details. We have a supply problem, folks, that's going to be here for a decade. A decade. It won't be solved, especially with the brain dead government thinking that there's there now. The state governments. Victoria is a classic example. Grotty, greedy. Tax grabbing. They stuffed up the economy down there. And now they're grabbing and being grotty with all of the property investors and property owners, right? So, they go, oh, we'll bring on build to rent. Build to rent is less than 3% of the total supply required to hit our, just our minimums to supply new property to the marketplace. So we had the FIRB, they banned them. APRA came along and said, no more, never again will your regular mum and dad be able to borrow to buy properties as effectively as they've done in the past, because we think they're all morons and we just want to keep people poor and stupid. That is what the system decided, that most Australians can't wake up and be smart about debt or investing. So we're going to ban the ability for the banks to do stuff. Now, the banks were doing some things that they shouldn't have. 1%, and the 99% got got penalised for the stupid 1%. Anyway, there you go. So along came 2020, and then we had COVID. COVID, right? So what did that do? Well, interestingly enough, it peaked approvals. People got a bit excited because interest rates went down. But you know what happened? Supply dwindled, and along came something after COVID. We had this is interesting actually. So what happened? So you got 21 and 22. So the actual activity, investors went crazy, right? Buyers went crazy because why in 2021 and 22 did the market blow up or get some momentum, folks? Tell me in the chat what happened. What was the one thing that activated that marketplace at that point in time? Hey, morning, Shaquille. Good to see you, mate. What happened? Record low what, folks? Record low interest rates, right? So everyone who's been sitting on the fence for a while, when we had servicing issues back here, record low interest rates. COVID come along, exactly, Masai, but it led to record low interest rates, right? Record low interest rates. So marketplace took off and had a bit of a run. We're all happy about that. But what else happened, right? What else happened in here? In 22, we had hyperinflation. So our construction costs went up. We had supply issues. And ultimately, what's happened, if you didn't already know, we have had, I'll bring it up actually, I'll quickly show you. We have had something else happened when it comes to the world of builders. What do you guys know about what's happened to a lot of builders out there, folks? Tell me in the chat. This is important to understand why we're in a position we're not going to recover from right now, especially the way the government's doing this. Right, check this out. Business bankruptcies are at a 25-year high, right? Boom, builders going bust. Exactly, Chris. Right? Business bankruptcies, folks, at a 25-year high. Now, that's terrible news, terrible news for the Australian economy. The government letting people just, implode, right? Okay, and let's have a look at this. Builders hit hard. Construction accounted for more than a quarter, folks. Construction insolvencies in March, second highest on record, right? So here's the government standing around like a bunch of turkeys. Oh, well, let's build 1 million houses. Let's go, folks. Let's go, team. Million. We can do it, right? Absolute turkeys, heads firmly up their own asses, right? Wake up and smell the roses, you politician tin pot turkeys. Fires me up, folks. It fires me up. They're not paying attention. They're talking shit, and they're letting builders go broke everywhere, right? They were part of the builders going broke. Some of the builders had bad business practices, but here's the drill. You're not going to build 1 million houses with record builders going broke. It's not going to happen. Wake up and smell the roses, you lot. Anyway, there you go. I'm a bit fired up this morning. This stuff absolutely gives me the shits. Now, here's the drill, right? If you want to understand what's going on, let's go and have a look at the housing supply issues, right? High costs of housing is going to be here till the end of the decade, folks, and maybe even further, right? Now, as property investors, what do? Do we go and hide under a rock and wait for a decade for it to work out? The answer is no. Unfortunately, for those who listen to the fear and ignorance that the media love to, feed everyone, well, that's what they're going to do. They're going to complain. They're going to be victims. They're going to go, blah, blah, blah. Well, here's what I'm telling you. Right now, it's unbelievable. These problems can be turned into opportunities if you know what's going on in the world of property investing.
the same when it came to the world of COVID. COVID had a challenge. Property rents even dropped in Melbourne. We knew that was temporary. We encouraged all of our investors to get in, and now the rents are going up at $50, $100, $150. Now, if you're on the wrong side of this, that's like super tough, right? Super tough. But, I'm a property investor. We talk about property investing. What can we do as we go along here? Check this out. Soaring costs making building homes uneconomical, right? So here's what's going to happen. The only way to supply the future, folks, is going to be with apartments, because you can't build enough houses. You can't build enough houses. We're miles behind already, all right? We're miles behind, right? Absolutely miles behind, right? So, if they would have if the AFR would have come to me, I would have told them this yonks ago. But anyway, they had to go and see some other experts. They listened to the wrong experts, as far as I'm concerned, right? So we need to build more, but you can't build more when all of your builders going broke. Check this out. To have any hope of coming near the government's objective, building 240,000 homes a year, which is not going to happen. Not a hope in Hades. Not going to happen, folks. Right? Right? They want to build 240,000. Not happening. Right? They need to have wrong pen. They need to have units. They need to have units be 2 to 1, folks. The future of supply, the only way we're going to supply the future, if anywhere near this, and it's not going to happen, right? Okay, is with apartments, not houses. Okay, that's the future of our supply. Houses, not going to happen. Not going to happen. The government's not going to greenfield out there. They're not going to put in infrastructure like that. But tell me if it's now apartments, and we're going to show you the cost to build an apartment in a minute. What's the opportunity right now, folks? Put it in the chat for me. 2 opportunities that I see right now. I've been talking about these for months. So Sam, probably for 6, 12 months, actually. Check this out. Put in the chat. What's the opportunity? There's 2 opportunities right now in the market. So you can see, check out approvals and completions. Like always tracking. They correlated, right? And then approvals and completions, and now approvals up, which was in 2021 and 22. What happened here, folks? Why right now, morning Sunny, buying off the planet today's probably dead right, Luke. And also building a house right now in certain places is excellent value. Registered land, and you can build a house with the right builder. Check this out, why did right here, what happened right there? Why did the approvals stop correlating? Oh, you can't see it behind there. Why did the approvals stop correlating with the completions, folks? What happened in 2022? Can you see that? We had this mass approvals here, with this mass approvals right here. But the completions went down instead of going up. What happened? What happened, folks? It didn't correlate, and it hasn't, and it won't. What happened? Builders went broke, right? Construction costs went through the roof. Completions, failure. And this is going to continue. Have a look at the approvals, right? The lowest approvals since 1985 or whatever this chart shows. Absolutely ludicrous. And look where completions are going. So we've got record population increase. We've got property prices going up, rents going up. Yep. Builders put prices up. Exactly, Luke. Builders had to put prices up to not go broke. The smart ones put them up. navigated with their clients and customers to try and get an outcome. Because the best outcome was the builders not to go broke, so that they could deliver the properties. And we had to navigate a bunch of that at positive, right? So there you go. But check this out. I'll finish with this today. Right, in many markets, we need to bring on new supply, and it's uneconomical. Look at this. It's uneconomical at 10,000 to 12,000 a square meter, right now. Most apartment projects need to be up around the 15,000 to 20,000 a square meter, folks, right? Check this out. So tell me, a few of you know this. What's the per square meter rate we can bring? There's a couple of deals right now at positive that you can buy right now, and they're priced from 2 years ago. So tell me right now in the chat. This is a good one. Tell me in the chat, what can you purchase? One or two of the deals at per square meter right now. Does anyone know? I know a few of you might have purchased one just recently. Yeah, that's right, Sonny. So we've got deals from 8,000 to 10,000 a square meter right now. Okay, 8,000 to 10,000 square meter, and let's just be conservative. Let's just say it's 12,000 a square meter in true value right now. Yeah, Hyatt, exactly, Sonny. Like I'm getting my son a Hyatt. Now he just settled he's about to settle his first house, and we're going to get him a Hyatt 3 years off the plan. Happy days, no problem. Even, conservative. Let's say you can get it at 9,000 and it's 12,000. How much under market value is that property right now? Okay, I don't know. Let's just do. I'll do $1 million because that makes the math easy, right? If it's $1 million and it's 30% under value, it should be worth 1.3. 300 grand, right? 25%, exactly, Chris. Yep. So what's the point of this whole carry on malarkey this morning, right? I can tell you right now, team, and I've said this for months, for years actually, we have a disaster. We have a disaster in supply. You go and look at second-hand supply being sold on the market. It is the lowest second-hand supply. So, the regular the owned market, it's the lowest resale supply we've had in over, 30 years as well as a percentage of the market. So it's down 30%. So old property down 30%. New property being supplied, just falling through the floor, disaster. Population coming in. Now, we do have a little bit of inflation and high interest rates. Now, that's just the way it is. It's not, let's just be honest. It's not high interest rates. It's normal interest rates. I just want to say that, all right? It's higher than 2%. Let's, but that was just ludicrous. That was never going to stay like that. Anyone who thought that was going to stay that way had their heads somewhere. Anyway, the point is there's opportunity right now in the marketplace for those who understand the marketplace, those who can get involved, right? Get involved safely. It is not going to be solved for a decade. How can you and I take advantage of that as smart investors? There you go. You guys know the drill. Hey, if you want some help, if you're not in our mentoring and coaching program, you should be. If you're not in our buying group, you should be, because you can get access to some super good things. But there you go. Anyway, done and dusted. Join me tomorrow, folks. We'll do it again. We'll have another Wealth Coffee Chat tomorrow if you're up for it. Thanks for joining today. Spread the word. The Facebook groups, don't cut it anymore. So either on the page or in YouTube, away we go. All right, folks, that's it from me. Thanks for hanging out today. Great to have you here. And take care. Remember, this thing's a marathon, not a sprint. Buy something that you want to keep forever. That's the drill. Anyway, I'm off. See ya. Bye.
Episode of Wealth Coffee Chat, folks. Make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you never miss a thing when we go live. Improve your portfolio and investing game, folks, with Wealth Coffee Chats live every morning at 8:10 each weekday. Make sure you join us. Previous episodes are also available wherever you get your podcasts, folks, as well as our other podcasts from the 6-Star team here at positivementor.com.au.